Good morning. So we're in my studio today. I'm just in between some clients, so I'm getting in my workout and I'm going to share it with you. We've got 1 pound ankle weights. You don't need super heavy, 1-2 pounds. And then I am using 5 pound weights today. But of course, use what you have, 3s, 5s. We're going to put our ankle weights on. It's going to be a nice Pilates flow. So a little more flowy today. A little bit more stretching it out in between some of our sculpting moves. And of course, we're on the mat. So this is a great workout to do at home. As always, you can tell I'm pregnant, so this is postpartum friendly. I'm in my last trimester, my last month, so this is a great workout to do while you are pregnant. So you can still move, still strengthen, still stretch, all the good things. So we're just gonna start right on our hands and knees. And I'm kind of watching the time, because like I said, I'm in between clients. So this is just my chance to move a little bit. So I tend to want to add on and go over what I had planned, but I've got to keep it under the amount of time. That way I'm ready to go. Big stretch, back and forth. Just nice cat-cow. Warming up the body. If you've got a belly at this point in your pregnancy, you'll know cat-cow's a little bit harder, a little bit more in the way right now, but it's still really good to move your spine. Nice big stretch. Now we're gonna press up into a down dog. So you're gonna pedal it out. You're gonna press back and we're gonna bend one knee and switch. Just kind of pedaling it out, stretching through those calves and hamstrings. My calves tend to get a little tighter in pregnancy, so it feels really good to stretch. I'm gonna walk my feet together. We're gonna get going. We're gonna be lifting the right leg up and tap it down 1. Lift and tap down 2. So squeeze that glute at the top. 3, 4, hold. Pulse it at 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest it down. Hold it there. You're gonna hover the knees forward, engage the belly, and then press it right back. Other leg, lift it up and tap it down. So stretching through the bottom leg, that right leg, working the left glute. 3, 4, we're gonna hold it up there, lift it up and squeeze. 4, 3, 2, 1, rest the foot, hover the knees, and rest it down. Now we're gonna take this right leg and extend it straight back. You're gonna be sweeping the foot to the side and then bring it back. 1. I'm just staying on my hands for this one. 2, letting my hips shift just a little bit. Kind of wagging the hips a bit. 3, 4, 5, so of course the hips are working, but when you take it to the side, those obliques engage. 6, 7, last one. 8, you're gonna hold there and we're gonna try to lift for 5, 4, lift up, hug the baby. 3, 2, 1, and bend the knee in. Now we're gonna take circles around for that hip. So not only is this actually working your hip, but it's really nice mobility. So we're just really moving through that hip joint. That's 4. Good. Push through the hands, lift through that belly. 5, 6. With those added ankle weights, you'll feel a little bit extra work. So if it's too much, just take them off. Every day of pregnancy feels different. Reverse. Some days you have lots of energy and your body feels like it can do a ton, and other days you just need to take it back a notch, go a little bit easier. I kind of always say, although I love to push myself and work out hard, some days it's just about doing movement that's just gonna feel good on your body. It's just gonna give you more energy and make you feel better after you finish. We're not trying to kill ourselves here in this prenatal workout. We're just trying to feel really good in our body. Last one. And around. And then rest it down. Good, just stretch it back for a second. We're gonna go other side. I guess I can flip around so that you can see me. You're gonna extend the leg out and then sweep it to the side. I probably should have stretched more in between because I can already feel my left leg. Sometimes that supporting leg does just as much work. 3, remember you're working the hips, but those obliques will engage a little bit. 4, 5, 6, 7, you've got 1 more, take it to the side on 8, and we've got 5 lifts. Lift 5, lift up through the belly, hug the baby. 4, 3, 2, 1, bend it in. So now we're gonna take the circles, really moving through that hip. So obviously, like I said, it's a little extra challenge with the ankle weight, but the idea is you're actually getting some mobility in that hip. You're moving it around. Good. 4, 5, coming back to that starting point each time. 6, 7, making that circle as big as you can. 8, we're gonna reverse the direction. Take it back, circle it around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1 more. 8, whoo, rest it down. Okay, I'm just gonna turn back around for the next one, but you can take a nice little child's pose to stretch the hips for a moment. Because that feels good. Okay, so we have our weights. I'm not doing the craziest heavy. So just something that feels good. 3, 5, I'm using 5s. First, you're gonna start with your knees down. And you're gonna alternate the reach. So it's really about getting rotation through the torso. It's not just this isn't just like specific, oh, we're gonna do weightlifting. We can do that in another video. This is about also getting some other movements through your body, which in this particular one, is that upper thoracic, that torso, and it gets super stuck on me while I'm pregnant. I'm not always so good about hunching, I gotta stand tall, but you'll find that you just can get really tight in that upper back. So we're gonna be doing a little bit of weighted movement here. We're gonna add on after this last one. Okay, so if you wanna stick with that, stick with that. If not, we're gonna take a plank, which may or may not be good for you at this point in pregnancy, so you need to listen to your body. Step the foot forward. Find that runner's lunge. You're gonna have that weight, reach it up, and you're gonna bring it down on the inside of your foot. And reach it up. 2, and bring it down. 3, 4, 1 more. 5, bring it down. Now I want you to rest the knee and just sink into the lunge for a moment. So just stretching into there for a second. Good, and then we're gonna shift back onto that right knee and bring our arms up. So you're still getting a stretch from the hip flexor, but you're gonna reach the arms up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then just sink into the stretch as you rotate, and then bring yourself up, tucking that tailbone under. You'll get a deeper stretch to that hip flexor and quad if you draw the tailbone under. 2 more. Drawing it under, last one. Drawing it under, step your foot back, hinge forward, and just extend the arms. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, hugging that baby in. 3, 2, 1, bring it down, reverse hugging that tree. 2, reverse flies, it's also called. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, because the 5 pounds are heavier. 8, now this next one, you can still use the weights, but I'll show you without the weights because we're really leaning forward. Bring the arms forward, and then squeeze those pinky fingers back. Just the gravity of leaning forward might be enough for your shoulders. So stay there. If you want to add on, you may need to sit up a little bit because the 5 pounds is very heavy. Squeeze it back 1 and bring it up. Because if you lean further forward, obviously weight will feel like a lot more. Good, 2, 3, 4, 5. Feel how out of breath I'm getting. It's crazy at the end of the pregnancy, you really feel that. 6, 7, last one. 8, whoo, rest it down. Okay, so we're gonna step into that lunge, going other side. Now, if you can lift up, plank, great. If not, just step your foot through. You kind of have to, oh, and I just stepped the wrong foot. You kind of have to see what you can do with your, belly in the way at this point. So I'm now in my lunge, feeling that stretch a little bit. Okay, kind of move it out, see what feels good. We're gonna be using the weight. We're gonna reach it up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we only did 5 last time. We'll just go 1 more on this one. 6, and rest it down. Rest the knee now. Feels good. Kind of work it out in those hips. Now, if you're finding you're super hunched, try to lengthen your spine out. Draw the tailbone under if that feels okay for you, and hold it there. It can be kind of a deep stretch. And just breathe. Now we're gonna grab our weights. Shift back on that left knee. Take that right foot in a little bit. If you need a little bit shorter stance, draw the tailbone under, arms reach. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1 more. 8, we're gonna step both knees back, hinge forward, extend it out. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, hugging the baby in 2, 1, reverse hugging the tree. Just because this hug in Pilates is called hugging the tree, but it's a reverse fly. 3, 4, filling it with those 5 pounds. 5, 6, 7, you've got 1 more. 8, and good, bring yourself tall. So you can actually sit, the last one we're gonna do is different. You can sit the weights down. So still working those shoulders and back. We're gonna do 1 arm lift, circle it around all the way to your hip, but I'm actively adding resistance. I'm lifting as high as I can, and rest. If you just kind of lift it up, it's not really gonna do anything. So you have to lift as high as you can. I'm moving through thick water, getting that shoulder rotation, that shoulder mobility, working my back, working those posture muscles, can't talk, and rest it down. And again, other side. Lift as high as I can, wrapping it around, bringing it back, bringing it around to the front. And rest, we've got 1 more. Lift it up, wrapping it around all the way, bringing it all the way around. And rest it down, just checking the time. We're gonna press back, another down dog. Walk your feet a little bit closer so that you're fully flat on the feet. You might be hard to even touch the ground. You can lift your weights up and use them if you need. We're gonna take opposite hand over. Stretching, just taking a nice deep breath. Filling that body with good air, good oxygen, exhale. Other side. Breathing, so good. Well, for a million reasons. Not even talking about the core or anything, but for your nervous system. So just deep breath. Especially at the end of a workout, which we're there. And just exhale. Totally resetting the nervous system. Bringing everything into a little bit more calm.
Good, bringing it back, taking that stretch. Exhale. We're gonna come back to our knees.
We're gonna just be seated here for a quick set of breath to finish. Always trying to get in some of our 360 breath. We're doing it in all different ways in these workouts. Right now, we're just gonna be seated. We're gonna take a deep inhale. Expand the belly. Imagine your torso is a cylinder, everything expands. And then exhale. Hug the baby in and up, bring it together. Inhale. Just let it go. Everything expands. Exhale. Hug the baby in and up. Now we're going to lift up onto our knees to do that. Inhale. Everything expands, releases, gets bigger. Exhale. In and up. Keep doing that. Inhale. Now just adding a little bit of that pelvic floor. Exhale. Pull that blueberry or marble up through the pelvic floor. Think up towards the belly button as you hug the baby in. And then inhale, make sure you release in between. You feel the difference. Everything released, relaxed, and then everything exhale. Pulling in and up to contract. Good, just 2 more breaths, just fill it out. Exhale. In and out, hold. Inhale. And exhale. In and out, hold. And good. Nice, so thanks for joining me. Nice quick flow today. A little bit of weights, a little bit of ankle weights, just a little something. Move your body, move on with your day. Now hopefully you feel actually more energized, more limber. Whether you want to do more workout or not is great, but at least you got something in. And hopefully I will see you again in my studio, whether it's online or maybe you can join in person. We'll see you next time.